Welcome everyone, today we'll be learning a new Void Knight build for last Epoch Season 2. Now looking behind me, this is a corruption 500 plus, and the Chinese content creator is currently pushing for 1000 corruption with his Void Knight. And you can see this is gonna be a Devouring Orb, Anomaly, and also Void Cleave Void Knight. So as you guys can see, this particular build is amazingly survivable, a lot of mobility, and also tons of AoE damage. You can be dashing with Void Cleave, and your Anomaly and also Devouring Orb combined with your Void damage is pretty sizable. So the Chinese content creator has pushed over for 500 corruption on day 3 of the launch of Season 2, and this build is one of the super fast and also powerful endgame build that is currently available in the season. In this video, we'll have a look at how he builds the build and look through the various content he provided to us so we can be following this Void Knight build. You can see that not only he does tons of AoE damage, it is also great for single target damage. So let's have a look at some of his demonstrations against bosses around 486 corruption as well. And of course, after this, he was able to push for over 500 corruption. We can see that against single target bosses, he doesn't really have problems. Similar to the AoE target of hordes of enemies, he can be taking down bosses quite easily. And he's got great mobility, tons of AoE damage, and also single target damage. In terms of survivability of the build, you can see that he is stacking life for over 4,700 life, and this makes him super durable, and the ability to leech back life almost instantly means that as long as the boss doesn't one-shot him, he can tank through most of the content. And this do make the build super survivable together with tons of mobility and also single target damage. And as we go through the demonstration, you can see that he was pretty much one-shotting or two-shotting most of the rares and also elite bosses over here. And we can see that against the bosses, his mobility and also single target damage is also great. And as we can see, this was a clear for 486 clear with a variety of different rares and also elite bosses. So before we dive into the builder's guide, a big shout out and also credits to the Chinese content creator over here with 固态企鹅. He has posted a number of different build guides on his day 1, day 2, and now day 3 conclusion of the Void Knight build. And should you guys want to follow the early builds, I'll have the links available on his level 72 build, on his level 86 build, and over here on his level 90 plus build. So what we're looking at is we're looking at the endgame version of his build to push over for 500 to 1000 corruption. But should you want to look at various different builds, make sure you use the links below so we can follow through together if you want to start your own Void Knight. So coming over to the builder's guide, and you can see our Chinese content creator do have a lot of content. If you do understand Chinese, make sure to follow him and also to learn from him in last epoch with Void Knight. Now, if we have a look over here, there is also availability of his builder's guide, and also his trait filters is also available should you guys want to use this for your Void Knight. Coming over to the builder's guide, what we can see is we can see that he is currently using a number of uniques. Let's go through the item choices for his latest setup. So in terms of the weapons, he's using the Black Blade of Chaos, and this is crafted with chance to apply slow on hits. Now do keep in mind he has mentioned that he hasn't optimized the build at the moment, and this is his current build to push over 500 corruption. With the Black Blade of Chaos over here, he has tier 7 chance to apply slow. With the chest piece of Titan Heart, he has opted for the increased health tier 7 together with more vitality. What he has mentioned is over 300 corruption, survivability seems to be more focused over damage over here. In terms of the build, he has recommended using the Brewmaster Buckle, and this is also crafted with tier 7 percentage increased health. And over here we can see the usage of the catalyzation of Momentum Ring over here with the tier 6 health. Over here we have the Twisted Heart, and this is also added with the increased casting speed with a tier 7 increased casting speed. And finally we have Atrophy over here with increased melee attack speed for tier 7. As for the rest of the gears, he does have level 4 to Anomaly on the helmet, and as for the boots, he's got tier 6 movement speed, and also more importantly, gaining haste after use a traversal spell. And this is also combined with additional health and also cooldown recovery and also a bit of sealed armor. In terms of amulet, he does have tons of resistance, together with Exalted Ring for the tier 7 throwing attack speed. Now briefly going through over the skills choices. Abyssal Echoes over here can provide us with even more damage over time, and also as we go through Void Clips, this can become a traversal spell. We'll also have additional charges and also ability to shred armor onto enemies. As for the Javelin over here, this can deal great single target damage as we hurl the Javelin, and this also can provide you with additional debuffs and also additional increase of damage over time. In terms of anomaly, this is going to be our main source of AoE clear, and this can provide us with tons of health leech, and together with additional damage, and also with additional cooldown reduction, and also ability to move around ourselves. In terms of Devouring Orb over here, we do have ways of dealing additional damage over time, and also additional colliding damage, together with summoning more Abyssal Orbs over here. Now in terms of the passes, we can see 30 points invested into the Sentinels with a lot of increase of strength, resistance, and also vitality over here. We also have bonus armor and also reduced damage taken from nearby enemies, together with increased cooldown recovery and here increased attack speed. In terms of the Void Knight, 80 points is invested into the Void Knight, and there is additional ways of leeching health through void damage and also melee damage, together with gaining more health and also more resistance wherever we can find it, and also increasing strength and also health. Now in terms of mana recovery, there is also ability to consume 3 void essences to refill mana, together with ability to deal even higher void damage and also more echo chance and also increased armor over here. Now in terms of idols, it is built towards both survivability and also increasing damage with void damage, as we can see with the 2 major big idols, and also ability to have increased life and also more resistance throughout various idols, together with more armor and also more resistance wherever you can find those. In terms of the blessings, we can see that there's increase in void damage, there's chance to apply slow on hit, additional endurance, additional armor, and finally increasing mana over here. Now because this is more of an endgame 500 plus corruption build, what I'll do is I'll also provide the Chinese content creator's previous leveling version around level 72 and also level 86 of the build planner for you guys to follow through. So briefly going through some of the additional tips coming from the Chinese content creators. We are stacking increased health and also together with ability to have life leech. Having additional life and also survivability after 300 corruption is recommended, and you do want to keep yourself mobile. Together with ability to use potions to increase your life. So this way in higher level content, we're focused on both mobility, survivability, and also life recovery or life leech. And in terms of single target damage, you can use your throw javelin, and the javelin itself deals a lot of great single target damage. So in terms of the normal map clear, you can see sometimes you will lose quite a bit of health, and this is one of the reasons he's stacking over 4,000 or 5,000 health for the higher content to not get one-shotted, and then with the life recovery, he was able to tank pretty much everything using this particular current setup. Now in terms of the single target and also boss fight, it is similar. You do want to stay mobile to dodge against, the spells and also castings of the bosses, and over here using your javelin is one of the best ways to deal tons of single target damage, and you can see with each of the javelin throw, he pretty much can one-shot or two-shot those rares, champions, and also bosses. And together with having more mobility through Void Clip and also dashes, this build is quite decent. So yes, once you understand the rotation of using a javelin against single target, it doesn't really have any problems. And this allows the build to speed farming content with over 500 corruption in the current season. Now before we finish, the Chinese content creator has also provided additional setup and also variants for higher resistance and also survivability together with even higher damage. And this is also provided over here, which is focused on both extremes for survivability or damage. And I'll also attach those for you guys in the links below. You can see that in his normal setup, he has around 4,000 armor, and in the higher survivor setup, he's got over 5,700 armor, while in the more focus on damage setup, he has around 2,600 armor, and thus dealing higher damage. Because in some of the content, he'd rather have higher damage, while other content, he'd rather have survivability, so he can be pushing towards 1,000 corruptions more steadily. Now, of course, I won't say I'm a big expert on Void Knight, and here we're just directly translating and also understanding what the Chinese content creator shared on the day 3 of the release of the season. I'll try to keep you guys updated on the Void Knight, and in the future we're also looking to some great Paladin build together with a number of variety of great meta build for last epoch to come. Now hopefully you guys found today's video helpful. Again, a big thank you to everyone on YouTube, especially our supporters and also those of you guys who's been supporting me on Patreon as well. And we do have a new feature on the Mattjestic YouTube channel. If you click onto this, you can become a member. Yes, I've added this just recently, and this will allow you to have early access to videos that is posted a few hours or even half a day earlier if you want to watch those videos a little early. But yes, this will cost money. So please be aware the membership will cost money. And if you do want to watch videos normally, those videos will still be available after 6 to 12 hours, normally on the time we post those videos. And I'll be aiming to post at least one Path of Exile video a day, and this will be including guides, tips, news update, and also the latest tricks that is discovered on both the English and also Chinese community to keep you guys updated. And if you like those videos, make sure you leave a nice comment and also leave a like for those videos. Now before we finish, if you guys haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so because I'll be looking into the latest Path of Exile 2 news on different communities and also on our official forum, official webpage. I'll also be looking into the best build for each of the class as the meta develops with the Chinese and also the English community. So stay tuned for the latest update and also guides for Path of Exile 2. And of course, this is going to be a big month for us. And I'll try to bring you guys all of the latest content and also guides for Path of Exile 2 to come.